I once met this kid named Ted. He had some demons in his head. 16, a weed fiend. Under his bed he heard some screams. No, I could tell you that he had some shit in his life, but I could also tell you that everything sufficed when he was spittin'. His tongue's like a knife, flow serrated, so he's rippin'. He'd sit on the street corner, dribbling shit off his lips, cup in his hand, though people always skipped on his tips. But he had no other plan, so he imagined it was a mic to grip. Yeah, he tried to make the best of everything he had every day. He went home to his cheap, dirty, empty pad, sat down mad, stench of failure, it smelled bad. Oh, of course, in the corner there's the ghost of his dad. Just another thing to remind him of all the shit that made him sad, all the things he never had, the ones that won't have to come, summed up by two things that always helped him from his slump. He'd keep his headphones up and he would smoke till he was dumb, shut his mind off, and from the demons he would run. Sure, he had a home, but he was metaphysically alone. You couldn't find enough water to put out Ted's burning soul. He'd get so lifted he was swole. Listen to the bells toll, walking round hot-headed, but his chest, it was cold. Ted knew it came with attachment. Nothing's ever forever here to stay. He tried to escape from it, but his legs are broken, so he can't run away. He can't run cause, yo, where's the sun today? Besides the red, Ted can't see nothing but dark around the way. Finding slivers of excitement, messing around with his wordplay. Pain piles onto itself until it's so layered that it makes its own rules, like Ted's Braintown mayor. Went to public high school, and with some kids he was kinda cool, but he knew his cue, only step into the plate to amuse. But nobody lit his fuse, he stayed reserved and they wouldn't dare to. But at the same time, nobody talked to him cause they wouldn't care to. Kid said if you looked directly into his eyes, you could see the cries of every tortured living being alive. In the moment, in the chains, the epitome of pain. If he ever let it out, he would make fire out of rain. He could take the air you gasp for to water. He could force eternal peace, but he'd rather start a slaughter, because Earth never taught him to turn his right cheek. If you do that shit, all society thinks you're weak. May as well put a stamp on your head that says fuck with me. To protect himself, he'd polish his ego monthly, find stuff to attach to because they're secure, like mass psychology, and he even wrestles. Then at night his brain cells can nestle. All day he dreams about launching his art like a vessel, but he stays on his grind like a mortar and pestle, cause if he lets go, people might try to push his pride, and nobody wants to see another Holocaust homicide. Sure, he had a home, but he was metaphysically alone. You couldn't get enough water to put out Ted's burning soul. He'd get so lifted he was swole. Listen to the bells toll, walking round hot-headed, but his chest, it was cold.